So Alphyte playing for the first 3 matches after going to come back to the sub role. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying there. Okay, cool. So yeah, so basically, what's going on there is that basically to maintain the rule to allow this team to basically play is that Alphyte needs to play because they were on the roster previously. So that puts our roster today at Xander, Egglet, Ryguy, Zucchini, Zach, and Alphyte. So we'll see Alphyte again. So for those familiar of Alphyte, formerly on the starting roster, is here once again to join this as we are already into the ninth round to get side-sided here. UV1 undefeated in 2022 in ninth rounds. That stay true? I can't remember. At least in ESEA main. Undefeated in ninth rounds in ESEA main in 2022. I completely forgot. I always make a joke on them being very good at ninth rounds. They just are. They have a very high whip percentage. I don't know the exact number, but either way, we know it's 100% in ESEA main. Here we go. They're staying on the CT side here on Nuke. It is a new season, folks. I'm very excited. Let us know which player you're excited to see. I know some people come here, just like friends of people coming to watch a stream. Let me know in the chat who you're here to support and who you expect to step up and be great here today. As we're watching Xander watch over the A site just behind Hut, and they're starting to move outside. But, oops, turned off the X-ray by accident over here. They're starting to get in there. A couple frags are going down. Egglet looks like they picked up a couple, but a couple of UV1 went down. Here's Gavoj. Sorry, I had this pause. I'm like, how do you pronounce that? Gavo, I think, because jitPEEK is the team name. That makes sense. They're planting the bomb right now onto the B site. It's now currently a 2v3 for Eggy. Let's see what they can do here. They've already got themselves 2 frags, so it would have to be a pistol ace for them to get anywhere, but that will be denied as Verde is able to pick that one. Fun fact, my last name has the word Verde in it. It means green, so I'm familiar with that. Let's review the other team, just so I could get their names real quick. Gavo, Verde, Space, Jinx, and Gola. All right, we got their names. We can see them now. They started off here with a 1-0 lead for jitPEEK. UV1 will go into the save, and we'll see if they can make a conversion. And of course, folks, it is a solo stream here, solo casting effort that's put together, so I do like to interact with chat a little bit more than when I maybe have a co-caster with me on the stream. So feel free to say stuff, and I'll respond, and I'll be interactive and fun. Here's Jinx finding one in the hut, taking them down and getting in there, finding a second, looking for a third, has to switch over to the pistol, comes back in and will take them down, and quick work by jitPEEK. Takes the conversion. 3K for Jinx on that one. 2-0 lead now for them. UV1 should be able to get a rifle round here and see how jitPEEK do with the bonus, but they got themselves an AK as well. But we saw how good they looked with that MAC-10 already. Looks like there was a bit of a hiccup on the stream. I hope we're being able to get this back to you folks. But we're here watching them getting through the smoke, getting through towards Secret as Gavo did take a decent amount of damage on their way down there. So they are making their way potentially over to the B side. Egglet does meet up with them. He sprays down 2. Great play by Egglet to get this one started. Still experiencing. Well, I'm going to cast and hope that it is back in action as we are, simply going through some technical difficulties. And hopefully we're back, and hopefully I'm actually speaking to you now. UV1 was able to take that first rifle round, fortunately, for the UV1 faithful. And here we are into round number 4 as Jinx is starting to move into the lobby and look around for a target. I do hope this just comes back. I'd be very disappointed if it did not. Either way, It looks like we are getting back into it. And yeah, it looks like we have a connection. Okay, good. I'm happy now. Here we are. 1 minute left here in this round. Zucchini Zach does meet outside with Verde. Takes a little bit of damage onto them. Gola on top of this orange box is looking outside, trying to find that pick. Maybe on Zucchini Zach, who's sitting here in locker room. But it's going back and forth between Garage and is able to find a great headshot onto Verde, and it takes them down. Beauty of a shot there. Here comes an Amali from Xander. They're going to get the execute now onto the A site as they get into mini. Zucchini Zach still outside, looking to get in behind jitPEEK and will do so, taking one down. Alpha and Ryguy, meanwhile, do got a couple targets for themselves. Ryguy's going to get another one, so unexpected victory will tie this game back up at 2 apiece. All right, looks like we are back and good for sure now. Sorry, folks. Internet. Who knows what happened? Either way, we are in here, and UV1 have won a couple in a row after losing the first 2, so we're into a tie game, or we're into a deco coming in from jitPEEK. And here we go, Zucchini Zach moving into mini now. A couple of them still outside, potential will meet. Egglet, of course, here on ramp is chilling and waiting. Xander, again, outside, jumping up through that smoke, making a little bit of noise. Ooh, saw one. Pulls up the knife to run back. Gonna try to molly off the long side. And jitPEEK playing this fairly slowly. Here comes out a nade. Does 9 damage over to Gavo as Xander moves back into midi. Gavo now outside. Did make their way to that box. What a 1-deke from Gavo. Taking out Zucchini Zach. Ryguy sitting up here in rafters waiting over at the A site along with Xander is right by Hut. 55 seconds remaining in the round. No push yet quite for jitPEEK. They're still outside waiting to make their way in there. Some of them are coming in through as they make their way towards ramp, but Alpha's going to shut one of them down. Taking one other one down to 16 HP. Meanwhile, Ryguy from Heaven will take one outside. 3 people left for jitPEEK. A couple of them on low HP bars. Space down to 16. Jinx, though, they're the one with their full HP bar, able to use that deagle and take down a frag. So it's a 3 for 3. Or sorry, it's 3v3 now. Which is pretty good, actually, for jitPEEK, considering, again, this was an eco for them. Nade coming from Alpha towards the back of the B site. Looks like they're potentially moving back up through vents. Xander does catch one of them from behind, taking down Space. They're starting to plan on A, but Ryguy from Rafters is going to shut 2 more down. 3K for Ryguy. Had a few frags in the previous round as well, so Ryguy is starting to feel it. 3-2 lead. UV1 have their first lead now of the match. All right. We'll get another rifle round here, but again, that was a pretty good deco for jitPEEK. They were able to do a little bit of damage. Did they get the plant out? No, the plant was just denied there. But you'll certainly take a couple picks that jitPEEK were able to do. Here's Xander trying to get them through Squeaky. As Gavo throwing a nade outside. Between back into Ryguy, who's right on Hut, throwing out a smoke at it, making it a wee bit difficult to make a play through there. Aggie throwing out a molly. Goes round from Zucchini Zach, hitting an op shot. First op of the day. Oh yeah, Zucchini Zach made some hyphy plays in the op last time we watched it. Excellent work coming through right now for Unexpected Victory as they have a 5v4. They're going to move into Egglet, who's sitting here in ramp room. Taking a couple shots. Zucchini Zach is coming to help. Will take one down. Egglet will manage to trade, but Zucchini Zach is doing more than that. He's taking down 2, including Bomb Carrier. Jinx, last one standing against 4. Jinx trying to make a hyphy play. Flashes trying to pre-fire around this corner. Does not quite find Zucchini Zach. Coming in is Ryguy, who gets sprayed down, but Alphite will avenge him, and they will win the round. 4-2 lead now for Unexpected Victory. And we're getting in a quick pause here, I'd imagine, from jitPEEK. Trying to see if they can calm things down and make a decision here. Of course, them sitting around 3,000 buckers. You have a choice here of, do you spend all into this round or do you save up for this one? It looks like they are. They're just buying in some deagles, which, and upgrading their pistols, which makes sense to me. So Unexpected Victory will be likely into a 5-2 lead, excuse me. As the pause is over and done with now. Leading the server so far is Gavo with 7 frags. Jinx with 7 as well, but of course, UV1 with the round winning score. 2 guys with 6 in Ryguy and Zucchini Zach. As we get back into the action and unpause the game. Aggie holding down that ramp room pretty well. Zucchini Zach outside with the op has been money. We hope that continues for the UV1 faithful. Rush onto the B side. Verde's already made their way down there. Must have rushed secret. Didn't even notice it. Happened so fast, even for me, who has perfect vision of everything. Just think I pay attention. Zucchini Zach, though, is able to find that first frag. Gavo in mini gets taken down by Ryguy, who then jumps down Vance and takes down another. Alphite, meanwhile, is walking into the B side, able to find one more target, finishing off Jinx. They're starting to defuse the bomb. Verde is the last one standing, and where is Verde? He's through Squeaky and is running back. Well, again, you rushed, got the bomb plant on the eco. It's another you take those on the eco, and jitPEEK will be able to buy up here in this round. They'll have their first opping on T side. Life is good since knife rounds is over. Thanks, my dude. Here we are again as Verde is back here, making their way upstairs. On top of the roof, jitPEEK playing this one fairly conservatively so far. Jinx, though, has that op, is trying to find a pick. I'd imagine they would take it outside, but it's actually currently in lobby. Picking up that molly back from someone else. Gola starting to make their way towards ramp, throws out that smoke. Xander is just waiting in mini, potentially might meet up with Jinx if they decide to come back there. But right now, Jinx is on top of the roof with a minute to go. They're looking to molly off Hut. They will get that down there. Ryguy takes a decent amount of damage before it eventually goes down. But Ryguy at least finishes off one before that happens. Meanwhile, Alphite and Zucchini Zach team up for a couple. Zucchini Zach with the quick hands finds a second frag, leaving Verde once again by themselves. Aglet will find them and take them down. That's 6 rounds in a row now for unexpected victory. And they're looking hot so far on tonight. Let's go space here. We got a jitPEEK fan up in the house. Welcome, Dopio, to the channel. We're getting 4 AKs now for jitPEEK. Do they get the 5th? They do get the 5th. So here's another rifle round. Coming up with this one. Could potentially force another eco for unexpected victory if they get another clean round. Of course, they'll be on max loss bonus for jitPEEK as we watch space make their way into lobby. Take a little bit of damage from a nade. Ooh, Cola took a ton, but was able to take down Eglet in the end. Verde ends up making a hyphy play, finishing off down Xander. Gavo also taking out Ryguy just before I can get the camera on them. Either way, 5v2 now in favor of jitPEEK as they start making their way onto the A side. Alphite up in heaven gets taken out by Gavo. That's only going to leave Zucchini Zach, who has this op. So I'd imagine we'll try to save it. But no, Gavo just too quick. Great round for them. 3K for Gavo on that round. Ties them up for that lead in frag. So great round for jitPEEK. They slow down the bleeding for themselves, and that's what that team needed. They end the 6-0 run from unexpected victory, but against UV1 up 6-3, still able to fully buy up. After winning so many rounds in a row, they'll get Zucchini Zach back on this op. You can also call him ZZ or ZZ because we're Canadian. I like saying the full name though, Zucchini Zach. That's awesome. Ryguy sitting up here on the A site, waiting for maybe space to come and enter there as they go back and pick up the bomb. Gavo's back in spawn. Hope they're not just AFK and actually there. That would be unfortunate, of course. Xander, meanwhile, sitting here in mini. He's going to see that smoke coming down, so he's going to lay down a molly towards Secret. Looks back towards Squeaky. See if anyone's there. Meanwhile, Gola is looking towards ramp. Going to try to molly off the bottom of it. Eglet, of course, playing this one fairly back. Here comes a flash from space. they're going to try to flash in, trying to get overwhelmed there. Zucchini Zach is here with the op, takes one down. They try to throw a molly at him. They will back off. Zucchini Zach only taking 2 damage from that nade that came at him too. 45 seconds left to go, and they're starting to make their way onto the B site. Gola sprayed down by Eggy. Xander's going to finish off another target. Xander, who's behind the pillar here, do some damage onto Gavo as well. They try to throw a molly at him back of sight. Zucchini Zach sitting here with the op as the rest of the team is starting to file their way back down the vents. 5v2 in favor of Unexpected Victory. As Gavo stuck there in ramp. Verde. Ooh, gets in behind Egglet. One taps him. But the bomb, of course, is in a difficult spot for them right now. Ooh, Verde on the hunt, finds Alphite and takes him down. So they got a good shot at this round as Verde finds another pick. Ryguy looked like they took it on Gavo on the other side, so it's now Verde versus 2, but he's already taken down 3. Ryguy right above him. Oh, time ran out on the round. Look at my situational awareness, just clearly not there. Unexpected Victory will take that one, but a little bit of a message sent there as a nice little 3K came through for jitPEEK, so not a round win, but you'll take some of those as right now UV1 have a dominant lead so far. But we'll see after this timeout if any sort of adjustment can come in from jitPEEK. They have another rifle round in themselves coming up here. Checking the leader board, Zucchini Zach now leads the title of kill leader at 11. Tied for 10, both Gavo and Ryguy on opposing teams. Not far behind a bunch of people with 7. Verde, Jinx, Eggy, and Alphite all have 7 frags. Lots of people contributing in this one tonight. As the pause is over, we get back into the action. And here goes Unexpected Victory. Ready to see if they can defend this one more time. Got a few more rounds to go. Smoke coming in from Ryguy. Verde. Outside. Sweet profile pick. Joe Burrow. Hyped for the Super Bowl a little bit. I actually haven't watched any of the playoffs, if I'm being honest, in the NFL, but I'm going to check out the Super Bowl. It's a couple surprise teams. Few unexpected victories during the playoffs. Pun completely intended. Here's Zucchini Zach. Pun's not needed. Just shooting shots. Taking him out. Gavo outside there too as well. Does not peek. Don't try peek the opper. Especially one as hot as Zucchini Zach right now. Zucchini Zach does take some damage. Down to 6, but we tune into Alphite, who finds one moving through Squeaky. Zucchini Zach again still outside. It's going to find the head and take it out. Ryguy looked like they took out Gavo on the other side of the map near CT spawn. So that's going to leave Verde as the last one standing. They're up in heaven. They have the bomb at least. Let's see if they can cause any damage or if they can keep this AK for 34 more seconds. They made their way up the rafters. They see Alphite. Missed with the first shot, but made sure in the second. Zucchini Zach tried to get up at him. Of course, with 2 HP, though, not to make a very big aggressive play. Ryguy, meanwhile, comes in to the A site and finishes off Verde. 8-3 lead now for Unexpected Victory. So they've effectively won the half. Let's see if they can extend that in 3 more rounds. Zucchini Zach just has been a complete money opper. And there's one thing I will say about Unexpected Victory. We've had a lot of really good riflers. We've had decent oppers in their time, but it's been a while since I feel like we've been like, yeah, the UV1 has this opper that everyone fears. And maybe Zucchini Zach is that now. Early to tell, but in the few games we've watched Zucchini Zach so far, they have really popped off. Let's see if that continues here as we're in this anti-eco versus jitPEEK. They've all stacked up in lobby there. Egglet turning away from a flash to start to move in. Egglet begins to spray, takes down 2, eventually going down. Space and Gola will take down 2 more, but not before Alphite at least finishes off 1. So it leads us to a 2v3, and look at the HP numbers on the rest of the members of jitPEEK. Verde at 10, Gola on 9. But again, they were able to get 2 picks. They have the bomb. If they get a bomb plant, that'd be crazy bonus. But again, no HP left. Xander hits one. Xander hits the other. 9-3 lead now for Unexpected Victory. All talking up, and they didn't even need to go to it. Either way, we're jumping into round number 13. Unexpected Victory have a very comfortable lead. But we do want to see their T side and how they handle that when we get there. T side, often a tricky thing on this map. And again, in the past, it's been such a good thing for UV1, but with so much of a new roster, don't know what to expect, don't know what their strategies are. We'll want to see them, but right now they're making good work, at least on the CT side. The strategy is working out here in this one. Here's Gola. Makes their way to Sneaky, just wants to throw it a smoke, but gets eliminated by Zucchini Zach before they're able to do so. The smoker does eventually drop, but costed your life. It did, Gola. Here they are, making their way through Trophy, trying to get into ramp. Egglet has backed off from that position as Space is going to throw down a molly, and they're going to make their way down the ramp and into the B site. Smoke's coming in from Verde. That's towards Squeaky. As Xander is in tunnels, is going to take down one. Sees another, is going to fire out a molly. Ryguy and Egglet team up for a quick couple frags. Space takes out one more, but Alphite cleans up the round. 10-3 lead now for Unexpected Victory. They're doing things nicely. Got probably one more rifle round from jitPEEK, so they either spend it all now or spend it all in the next round. They will certainly want to, if they can get a consolation prize of taking down like these last two rounds, jitPEEK will have something going for them going into the second half, or as it stands, Unexpected Victory seem to have a dominating lead. They're playing a little bit of aggro here. They run right up the space and go for a 1-for-1. They do take down the bomb carrier, to note, so we'll see if they're able to affect that. Ryguy, meanwhile, has moved up. Another 1-for-1 happens there. But it does look like Alphite ended up taking down Ryguy, so it actually ends up being in favor of jitPEEK. A little bit of team kill happening in that one. Alphite gets taken out. Egglet gets taken out, so there's a big round win for jitPEEK. They slow down some of that bleeding. They pick up their 4th round after ending another 4-0 streak, but that was 10 of the last 12 rounds won by Unexpected Victory. Ownerman in chat says, oh yeah, let's go. So hyped for this season. See the UV1 CSGO rock the nuke map. So awesome. 100% agree. Meanwhile, though, Gola wants to rock this map. They're able to pick up one, but Xander, they have to trade it back. Trying to find another. Ends up getting taken down from the crossfire between Verde and Gola. Here's Verde once again taking down Ryguy next. So this will be another advantage for jitPEEK. They have a 4v2, and just throwing up there when I was talking about the consolation final winning his last 2 rounds could be huge, but there's Alphite and Egglet both getting frags at the same time. We watched the one from Alphite from Heaven going down to the one behind. So we're down to a 2v2 as Alphite then finishes off Jinx, and it's all up to Gavo here in this final round of the half to try to make something happen, try to get that 5th round. Every round kind of counts when you're getting this close, and one team's already in double digits. Gavo finds Alphite climbing down the ladder, so we're into a pure 1v1 as we see Egglet is back in tunnels. Gavo still outside in garage, gonna start making their way towards it. Of course, the bomb is right there, so Egglet's watching over that. But Gavo starting to walk down towards Secret. Egglet has backed off a bit here and is actually hunting over by the A site, but Gavo, that just leaves Gavo to be able to go pick up the bomb. So they have it now. Egglet leaves it unattended, surprisingly, to be honest. Gavo still trying to sneak around, has 20 seconds. Imagine we'll continue to make this hit onto the B site. Egglet starting to make their way down now. They've gone through Secret, but the bomb gets planted by Gavo. Can they defend it for the next 40 seconds? Agency on Egglet on this retake. Where does Gavo decide to hold it down? Here's Eggly, moves in through Squeaky, gets some damage on the feet of Gavo, but Gavo ends up getting the better of him. A little bit of gamble, I think, there for Egglet. Leaves the bomb unattended. And then jitPEEK was able to take advantage. Either way, 10-5 lead still there for Unexpected Victory, but 2 in a row for jitPEEK is notable. Right at the end of the round. Excuse me. I'm going to take a quick drink of water here before we get started in the second half. while we're waiting for the second half to start, I'm going to try something new here. Shout out to sponsors at halftime. Of course, you can check out all this stuff here as we set up the second half. Our sponsors, of course, are Faygifts. Faygifts.store/discount/UV1 for 20% off. Zydax, you go to mbsy.co/Zydax/unexpected-victory. I was actually looking around at their laptops today. Got some good prices. Got some 30 series cards on those laptops. Looks pretty cool. Athlete Labs, use code UV1 for 10.5% off there. Chairs for Gaming, you could also get 10% off by using code UV1. And Evo9X to get your sweet Unexpected Victory jerseys. Use code UV1 for 10% off on that one. And that's perfect timing to get us to the halftime. Look at that. Thank you to our sponsors. Do check those out and do support them. Of course, supporting them does help support the team and goes a long way to really putting a stamp on amateur esports here in Canada. So appreciate all your support, folks. We're back into the pistol round now of round number 2. Unexpected Victory up 10-5 as they now step on to the T side. And again, very interested in how they play the T side in this one. They'll have to win 6 rounds to prove it. Do they have what it takes? But they're currently doubling up on jitPEEK. It's been a good CT side for them. But they're playing this one patiently. This pistol round. Verde is, check it out, squeaky here. Is going to be able to fight ahead as I believe Egglet was just about to throw out some utility. Xander now is going to rush at him, take him down. Flurry of kills leads to Zucchini, Zach, and Xander, and Ryguy picking up another couple. So that leaves now Gavo all of a sudden all by themselves. They're up in heaven trying to find some shots. They take down to 6 HP. Zucchini, Zach will clean it up. So only Egglet goes down. Otherwise, a very nice pistol round comes in for Unexpected Victory. They're now up 11-5. Huge pistol round. Of course, when the game is kind of this much tilt in your favor, that pistol round feels really good. Let's see if they get the conversion. It's a very important one. But excellent start for UV1 in that one. Despite jitPEEK getting first blood, they were able to really just kind of rush the site and then execute on all of their targets. So here's UV1 now. Let's see how they approach into this one. Xander finds one through the smoke. There's another one potentially in mini for them. They're able to back off from there. Jinx is trying to fire in through his pistol to get something down, but they actually only end up going down to 40 HP for their own effort. Xander now in garage. Looking around Verde here with the Deagle. Managed to meet up with Xander. Takes a little bit of chip damage from them. Ooh, nice shot, Xander. That one needed to be a clean little headshot, and it was. Zucchini Zach, meanwhile, was able to finish off one more, but here's Jinx taking down Xander, but Egglet was also able to finish up Gola elsewhere. Here's Ryguy from Heaven taking out Jinx outside. Unexpected Victory, win a couple more in a row here. They complete the conversion. 12-5 lead now for UV1. jitPEEK now probably pretty much in force mode, probably for the rest of this half. They are onto the off on Jinx, so we'll see how UV1 handle that. As you watch Egglet making their way outside. Here's Space jumping down on top of the A site, looking towards Squeaky, shooting towards it. Jinx with that op is going to find Alpha and get a nice shot and take him down. That was near ramp and trophy room there. Egglet, meanwhile, outside still. Able to make it past the red box. Ryguy down. In a hot, just walks up and finishes off Gola right above them. Egglet finds Jinx walking backwards towards them and finishes them off. 4v3 advantage now for UV1. Here's Ryguy throwing out some utility, throwing out a molly through hut. Verde, meanwhile, outside, gets sprayed down. Xander, who was on top of Mini. Gavo finds themselves alone again in a 1v4. They got themselves an M4. They hear that bomb being planted on the A site, and Gavo starts to sneak up. Even though they can't afford to lose this gun, do they have to go for a crazy clutch in this one? 1v4 to keep their hopes alive, potentially, in this match. Gavo taken down by Egglet to end that round. 3 in a row for Unexpected Victory. And jitPEEK again. Are they on force buy mode already, or are they gonna save one more time and then be in force buy mode every round after that? Seems to be the case. Or they just upgrade some pistols. Some of them even buy a little bit of armor. Ooh, Alphight on the P90. Come on, Alphight. Show me something magical. Verde has already taken 75 damage. Always gotta shout out the person on the P90. Aglet found a kill, though, while we were just messing around. Zucchini Zach, meanwhile, on top of the side, looking to find one more. Sees one more going through secret and tries to take some shots at him. Aglet, meanwhile, is going to lead the team through hut onto the A side. Finds a couple of them up in heaven. Finishes off one. Gavo takes on the other, but then Xander will get revenge. Ryguy, meanwhile, trying to get through vents. Finds that Jinx is right there and will take them out. AK will be picked up by Jinx, but bomb will be planted here on the A site. Jinx all the way back down in B. Do they just keep this AK? Well, they're waiting there in vents. Zucchini Zach just kind of jumps right into their arms. So good shooting by Jinx. Has 2K in the round. Needs 2 more. Barring a ninja defuse of some sort. Hi, Jake. Coming in chat from owner. Probably when I took a sip of water earlier. Appreciate it. Jinx needed a sip of water there, but Xander denies them. 14-5 lead now for Unexpected Victory as they're a couple away from a clean victory in the first match of the ESEA main season. The new look Unexpected Victory looking pretty hot. 19 frags for Zucchini Zach has been money with the op on the CT side. Has an op now here on T side. See if they can pull that one off. Meanwhile, Jinx on the other side, they have an op here. They are outside in garage. Does Ryguy peek this? Smoke comes down. Good to wait for that smoke. Verde did pick off Xander, though, through that smoke while that was happening. So they got a 4v5. Jinx still trying to slow them down in some way. Ooh! Sometimes you get lucky. You just fire through that smoke and just find a target. They're still walking through. But again, there's only 3 of them now left for Unexpected Victory. They get through a secret, but not cleanly at all. Jinx, meanwhile, still waiting out there. They, of course, because they walked it slowly, they don't actually necessarily know that they walked it all the way through. So as Jinx walks through heaven, we're going to find out. Ryguy, meanwhile, in tunnels, will find a target in Gavo. Gavo did finish off Eglet right behind Ryguy while that was happening. So still a 2v4. Can the 2 of them get this bomb planted and get it going? Jinx, though, with this op, is going to shut down Ryguy, leaving Alphight. Sees the one in Squeaky, takes him out, turns back around. Here's the flashes. They're going to start surrounding Alphight now, who's playing this in a 1v3. Alphight moves through Squeaky, tries to get up to Gola, but Gola finds him and takes him down. jitPEEK end the 4-0 run for Unexpected Victory. It's now 14-6 lead for UV1. Zucchini Zach and Ryguy both have 19 frags now, both tied for the top of the leaderboard. Both of them want to get to that 20 bomb. Got a couple rounds to do it, assuming they win those. Maybe you have more if you lose some rounds, but of course, probably not the style in which UV1 want to do that. But it's actually a pretty important round. The money situation for both teams leads to potentially like a need for a save from UV1 if they were to lose. Of course, jitPEEK will just have to force if they lose anyway. But that will make potentially the next round fairly easy for Unexpected Victory to clean up the game. So this is basically... this round is almost a match as they're going to start running in now. Alphight running through backwards, trying to get down. Space finds the first frag, but gets taken down by Alphight. In the end, they're still running onto site. Alphight takes out Gola, but Gavo is going to pick off 3. Gavo with the big play, able to shut that down. So yeah, UV1's going to have to go through a save round, and jitPEEK breathe some life into their chances in this match. Joining them at 19 is Gavo after that 3K. So they'll be looking for 20. Ryguy and Zucchini Zach still want to find one more each for that nice round number. But they're in an eco round now, so we'll see how the anti-eco fares out for jitPEEK. Here's Gavo shooting through the smoke and get a little bit of damage onto Eglet, but he's trying to run away, but they're just rushing him now. They're able to take him down. Good aggressive play from Unexpected Victory. And a beautiful 1D comes in from Alfight. A few people went down in the meanwhile, so it actually is 3v3 as a couple people from jitPEEK were able to pick some kills. Verde grabs one more. Verde grabs a third. Here's another 1D from Alfight. Oh! Not able to grab the next one, though, but a couple nice frags from Alfight. Will just be some decent picks. They got the bomb planted. That's going to force defuse. They got a little bit of extra cash now for this next round for Unexpected Victory, but jitPEEK put themselves at 8. They still have the op despite losing 3 members on their team. So they still have decent amount of cash, and they have a round to give. Will UV1 give it to them? They will try to push going forward. Here we go now. Space jumping down. On top of the A side. Zucchini Zach outside, leaving the bomb behind. You can see UV1's approach in this one, how aggressive they play it after jitPEEK has won a few rounds down a row. Nade's gonna come through, but it basically gets past Egglet. Ragai back and forth. They're sitting in lobby, looking for picks maybe. 120 left still in this round. Ragai with the flash. Oof. Did not quite execute that perfectly. Here's Xander. Will run to Jinx and tries to walk up there with the op. Does take down the 1. Finishes off the offer. Alfight then walks in and finishes off Space, who's maybe going to try to protect that op. So now we have a 4v3 for Unexpected Victory. Zucchini Zach outside is going to try to get back in there as they're starting to make their way onto the A site. Gola on top of Hut, though, will finish off Alfight, try to go over to the other side, and does take down another target. Verde also took down Egglet, so that leaves Zucchini Zach by themselves, who does find one more frag, but up here in Rafters, Gavo will finish off one more frag. And jitPEEK now have won 3 in a row? Is that how math works? 4, actually. Max loss bonus coming in for Unexpected Victory, so jitPEEK right back into this game. $21 frags for Zucchini Zach. They are at that 20 mark now. Gavo's got 20 as well. But jitPEEK now suddenly within 5. And a save round here for UV1. Here's Alfight with this Deagle. Verde. He's gonna find a nice shot, taking down Egglet right in front of him. Ragai waiting for that molly. Gonna try to use it on top of Hut. Oh, Gola sneaks in behind a couple members of UV1 and sprays them down. In behind them is Ragai, but he's able to turn around and take him down. Eventually, Alfight will finish him off, but Gavo will clean up that round. Now, jitPEEK has made their way to double digits. They're now within 4. They've won 5 rounds in a row. What looked like smooth sailing has become a bit bumpy here down the stretch as Unexpected Victory here are looking to close out this game, but they got to win 2 more rounds to do it. jitPEEK, though, have forced their way back into this one. See how the mints are for UV1 after dropping a couple, because you kind of know if you lose one more round, then it feels like the comeback is real. If you win this round, you go like, yeah, we just threw off a couple, that's fine. But jitPEEK get this one. UV1 are kind of a little all in on this round still, so they'll be a little poor for cash even with the max loss bonus. So it opens the door for jitPEEK. Space opens up this round, finish off Egglet. They're trying to get onto the A side. Xander will get one target, but Jinx will finish off another. Gola and Verde team up for a couple more. Ragai able to find one, but that's going to leave Ragai now by themselves, 1v3. Ooh, switching guns at the wrong time. Gavo will finish him off, and jitPEEK suddenly are within 3. And comeback extremely viable at this point. Because again, UV1 will likely save through this round, maybe just upgrade pistols. That's exactly what we're seeing, so that will potentially put jitPEEK within 2 if they convert the anti-eco. T-side on this map is difficult. Once CT side starts getting guns, it's so hard to pierce. You gotta come with a variety of strategies, and right now, jitPEEK has at least stuffed the strategies that UV1 have come at them with. And of course, you can't put too much weight onto this eco round, but they would like to have it. It would put them on match point if they did. So here they go onto the A site. Taking down the bomb carry is Space, but Eglet will finish off at least a 1-for-1. Verde up here in Raptors is going to spray down 2 of them. Jinx also took down Alpha. Verde's going to grab 1 more, so nice little 3K for Verde. And jitPEEK are within 2. 14-12 lead now for Unexpected Victory. Two people now over the 20 mark in jitPEEK. Verde with exactly 20 after that round. Gavo's got 22. 4 people got that on an Unexpected Victory. Here we go. Rye Guy taking a minute amount of damage as they make their way towards trophy. Eglet is in lobby. I'd imagine UV1 want to try to find some more picks, try to hope jitPEEK gets a little impatient at times. Here's a flash as they get themselves into ramp. Gavo, though, the trigger discipline on Gavo, just able to take down only 1, though. Jinx was also able to finish another one, but Alpha eventually taking out Gavo. Leads to a 4v3 in favor of jitPEEK still, as Unexpected Victory are in ramp, deciding which way they go from there. Here's Verde up in heaven looking down the ladder. Jinx outside with the op. Already has a frag in this round, looking for more. Here's Unexpected Victory starting to make their way down. Ramp with 40 seconds left to go on the round. Alphite's gonna flash in. Gola is the one behind sight. Frags 1, frags 2. Eventually Zucchini Zach were able to get them, but huge play by Zucchini or by Gola to take down 2. Here's a Molly coming in. Jinx just waiting for this plant to happen, and then is gonna open this door on him. Doesn't even wait for the plant. Just opens the door, takes him down. Great play by Jinx. 2K for them. And of course, those 2 frags from Gola, absolutely huge. Now, jitPEEK are within 1. 14-13 lead for Unexpected Victory is very narrow. And again, they might potentially save for another round here. So we're getting a timeout. I imagine tack from UV1, as jitPEEK have been on a absolute tear. Again, refer back to the round where like both teams didn't have a whole lot of money, and I was like, either UV1 wins and then jitPEEK will have this awkward force buy in match point, or jitPEEK wins and force an eco to UV1. And since then, they've been putting together work. jitPEEK have been on top of their game. Now, Unexpected Victory need to find their game once again to bring themselves within it. Cooling off has been Zucchini, Zach, and Alpha and Rye Guy. They all have 20 frags, but perhaps a wee bit quieter in recent rounds. Getting a little more out of them. Xander trying to make a play as through Squeaky, while the rest is moving outside. But Jinx has got this angle with this op. Does hit Rye Guy, but maybe in the leg, taking him down to 18 HP. They will run through, so they get there relatively clean. Meanwhile, Rye Guy does eventually get taken down by Gola there in tunnels, but Zucchini Zach trades, so we're still at a 4v4, but Zucchini Zach is down to 5 HP, Alpha has 44, and Xander sitting in vents, waiting to see if anyone rotates on down. Verde coming up through heaven. Finds one outside, takes a couple of shots and hits Eglet, puts him down to 68. Alpha, meanwhile, still in tunnels. Here's Space, checking out Squeaky. 45 seconds to go. UV1, I think the hit's potentially towards his B site. As they can move through these double doors now, they open them up. Smoke him off. Of course, 1 is back of sight. Xander, jitPEEK sees the 1. Gavo, though, is going to take down 2 from the Raffers. Gavo finds 3. Verde finishes off 1 more as well. And we have a tie game at 14-14. giant lead lost by unexpected victory. 10-5 at the half, 14-7 I think it was. So jitPEEK firmly in control now, and a UV1 have to do another save round. And jitPEEK meanwhile swimming in cash, so they're not going to worry about that for the rest of this game. They definitely have the economic advantage now. Alpha opens up Squeaky. Space is going to throw a smoke at it. Here you go, potential player outside. They're going to make their way down into mini, but Verde is going to finish off Aglet. Alpha is able to pick off one more, but we watch Space here take out Alpha. Xander then finishes off Space as Gavo from up in heaven is trying to find some frags, but Gola will find that target in Xander. Zucchini Zach here does take out the one more outside, so it's a 1v2 for Zucchini Zach, who also picks up an AK, sees Gavo, but does not get a clean enough shot at them. Gavo just flicks over and continues to lead the server now with their 27 frags, flirting with 30. Now it's suddenly match point in favor of jitPEEK. Unexpected victory in a must-win round to force overtime. And if you thought you were in for an easy evening, folks, well, we're in for an exciting close game in the end. Unexpected victory. Neat step up here now. And who will be kind of the hero and get them into it? Starts off with Zucchini Zach, who's found themselves one frag. Molly is coming down towards Hut as all the utility gets into there. A couple of frags, quick ones, leads us back to a 3v3. And maybe UV1 start making the motion towards the B site. The three of them. They're waiting kind of in lobby, though. They still need one more pick. And it looks like they're content on trying to wait for that for as long as they can, though. We got a minute left to go in this round. Raga and Xander make their way back to lobby with only 50 seconds left to go in this one. Xander carrying the bomb. Decent amount of utility, lots of flashes left on both sides. Got like one molly each. Space finds the first target. Xander swings around, gets revenge. We'll try to plant the bomb. Fakes the plant in case anyone was coming up there. But Gola comes in from heaven and finishes off the last two. And in stunning comeback fashion, jitPEEK deny UV1's start to the season. They will start it off 0-1. And what was looking promising to get things going, things just falling apart for the young roster, an unexpected victory. And that's sometimes you got to take your medicine in games like these and learn from this one, and definitely use what you got in this game to potentially learn about what went wrong, what you can clean up, what you can fix. Like I said, T side on Nuke is tough. And while the beginnings of the round, it looked like they had it, in the end, it was kind of figured out by jitPEEK, and unfortunately that will end the night for unexpected victory. And so we usually don't do interviews after losses. We'll just let the team kind of talk on their own and sort what they need to after that match. Sometimes things get, it just feels mean. Simply put, it feels mean to interview people after a loss. So we will just let you know about our next game. OG Crew will be Unexpected Victory's opponents on Thursday. That's 2 days from now. It'll be the first time in Unexpected Victory history they will be playing on Ancient. And honestly, the second time I've ever casted it. I've only ever casted one other match on Ancient ever. So we'll be there. I'll learn the callouts real quick. But we'll see what Unexpected Victory can do to bounce back after this loss to start the season. They will be 0-1, but let's see if they can get it right back against OG Crew on Thursday. Folks, I've been Johnny Esports this whole time. You can find me at JONNY esports, basically on any social media platform: Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn too. In fact, if you want to check me out there, you could do whatever you want. Add me, and if you like my casting, let me know. Either way, that will end the evening, folks. Unfortunate loss, but a stunning comeback victory. I know we had some people from jitPEEK watching the chat, so I'm sure you're hyped about your comeback victory. So I'm sure you're excited about that, and that's all right. That's what esports is all about. The moments like those and tough competition. So congratulations to jitPEEK. UV1 will look to go back to the drawing board and try to address the issues that appeared in this game. See you all next time, folks.
Stitch me up.